December 1st of '95. My mom birthed me with no medication. She always told me my dad was just medicated. Is that why he vacated? Bullshit rises when I look into his eyes and he just tells me to do good when he just tries to teach me how to live in the hood of Gresham. I was only a junior in high school, but I was only going to school high. Nobody knew how to do what we did. Flipping a pound of pot in a weekend, that's a lot. While your weekend ended with a dinner and a movie that looked like my life. Money was flowing like a rainstorm gets molded to a waterfall. We took dabs like a cat takes naps. I don't remember my life back when we were living with this strife. The darkness swallowed the cold night of September 19th. Looking from the window of your two-story house on the corner block of Glory Road. The mother of two children watching them play as the night grew older. Dinner was served to make the night bolder, full of energy, entertaining themselves with hot scotch and chalk. Their father was out on a late night walk after drinking a half bottle of scotch. Black figures appeared from around the corner. The mother figured it was just a late night stoner until another one or two scattered 10 steps behind him. She figured it didn't matter, blind from the whiskey. It wasn't their father, nor a bank robber. Even though dark SUV pulled up behind these men, faces through the glass of the car weren't visible. Glass shattered on the hardwood floor of the Glory Corner house. The stench of alcohol in the house was like a fog of smoke when you breathe. Red and blue lights shine in the night, reflecting off all the houses. The mother weeping and crying, yelling with eyes swelling. They came out like mouses. That's all she could say. By the end of that day, crying was the only heartfelt way the mother could sway away from the terrible day she saw her daughters taken away from her driveway. Feeling of despair when your children disappear is worse than hanging a deer on the highway going 50 over. 18 days before was the day I had a notion that if I kept in the same motion my mother would feel as a mother who lost her children. The day I came back home, the commotion was like putting aloe vera lotion on a sunburned body, but to the whole body of my family who had me before the drugs and the thugs helped me to mask the grudge I saw in the mirror. My mother was always more of a best friend than my brother, but that's a whole other story. Since the day, September 1st of 2013, I learned to give, not to take, but only to perceive what I make or if it's given to me. I want to go to heaven, so God taught me that what I was becoming was like losing the lottery. Not only was I a thug? I almost put a 9mm slug into the heart of my best friend. He claimed to be a crip, but that's some shit, so let's stick to the script. To the day in the life of when I was a teenager, only trying to do it with my anger. Slamming the door on my way out of the 3-story house of my parents. Looking back like a scared sheep, trying to run from the herd. Sneaking past out of sight because I knew it was wrong what I was doing that night. Seeing that 13-year-old kid run around the TriMet station, smoking cigarettes, shouting out and yelling like a wild hyena with his friends. On top of his reality-free world, loving every second of his journey to where. When the day comes, you hit the brick wall of life. Sliding your hands down into your pockets to an empty abyss, where your wallet should appear, just a pile of receipts are here. No money, but honey, I love you, I always say. Broke it's a joke, but I'm not shallow enough to just toke, I knew better than that. It's really not a comedy, almost like a tragedy. I sucked it up and had a flashback to the day I met my mystery girl. 3 years ago when she appeared on a MAX train, or thin air. Two skinny scene girls skidded around like mice, giggling with each other as they disappeared. I got a glance at the two young girls who I've never seen before, but wish I'd see again. Sleeve tattoos of where the wild things are, piercing in her lips like a snake's bite. Teased blonde hair like a messy bed in the morning, smiling away with her friend or her sister, like the starlights in the sky far, far away. Her dark-haired sister, a bright-eyed, beautiful, sweet little girl, that one who skidded right by me. I wish she would have just looked in my direction. By the time she left, I swear she gave me an erection. Years pass, and high school comes, or going to school high, whichever you prefer. But when I was doing all, and all the above, that glance I wished for, I fished for, that mystery girl. In the hallway of my school, now 15 miles away from the mile marker where I found her, scattered memories of her face brings back that fate of the starlight gaze I so longed for. It's gone again, with the wind, leaving me with the fake feeling of when you walk the walk, not talk the talk. You learn not to write with chalk. From the Board of Education to the 4x4 wood that holds up the roof above your head. If it fell, I'd be dead, but I got it like Nike just did it. Life is like a river flowing high and low, currents in your day, or current events that come our way. From white waters to the ripples in the water from a hot summer day's wind. Rocks on the river's floor for stability, for your instabilities. But when it comes to agility, my ability is far from silly. It's not a joke the way I showed my folks what I did and done. It's far from what I do for you, my mystery girl. Years from then, her sister and her mother hen. Well, only when I played the game would I gain the fame in the heart of my mystery girl. I would say it was like winning the lottery. A $10 ticket to come out of the forest like a cricket with a few million US dollars. Wow, you be a baller on a budget, you get a lot of taxes. But let's stick to what the facts is of the day that I met that mystery girl, who is now the girl I'm getting married to. I'm still a sensitive guy, my girl makes me look to the sky. Not only when I die for her, but the world I will give to give my life to her. I love her with all my heart, so I put a ring on it. I put your rent on her ring, like a bee sting. The love of my life was never just a fling of it. All I gave is just a smidge of it. The day I die, we would still look to the sky with it. My friend was a blood in the gang life, yet I was too much of a bitch to get hitched, not to my fiance, but to the gang who wanted to bang Beyonce, and rep Young Money like the highway, to the ground like they say, or just ride away behind the bars with Bubba. My dad calls me Bubs, and Bud, I just want a room with gold bars stacked to the ceiling. I believe I did the right thing by not falling for the hype thing. I took my life and with all my paychecks learned how to put myself in check. Spending money on my loves, not for the love of drugs. The addiction is only fiction, and I'd rather have friction in my bed than the meds in my head. Me and my father both are bipolar, like a frantic pit bull when we're mad, and like an empty NASCAR pit when we're sad. Run around like alley cats trying to find a dark, cold place we call home. All alone, wishing that someone would forgive our shit. Nowadays, I train for the army, even though I'm still my mommy's little boy. I want to deploy out this bitch, not with a toy gun. I want to serve for my country, see where the fun be able to put food on the table for my family who's counting on me too. Clothes on their backs and a roof over the head, like my dad chose roofies instead. My bank account is about to be like a confused little boy that can't count past 1 million. In my heart, like a baby eating something sour, not tart. But it gives only love and affection, even when I have erection. I don't cheat the game, I play by the rules, not like all these other fools. I live my life looking at the sky, even though I'm only a 17-year-old guy.